Hello friends, welcome back to Laravel tutorial. In this video, we are going to discuss about Laravel Seeder. Okay, so we discussed about a Laravel basic concept, and please check my playlist for step by step all the topic wise tutorial. Last day we discussed about Laravel migration, and in this video we are going to discuss about Laravel Seeder concept. Okay, so the basic difference between migration and Seeder. Actually, if you going to handle any database, means migration is related to the database structure. Means if you want to create a table, if you want to add column, if you want to modify column or drop or alter whatever, so for all the structure related things we'll use migration. And Seeder is for data related. Means if I want to add data into the table, so how we can do this? We can use Seeder. Okay, here you can see this is my Laravel 11 database and we connected with my application, and here we have table students. Now here using Seeder we want to add some data into the students. So what is the Seeder, or where the Seeder exists actually? So just go to the directory and just go to the folder structure. So this is the fresh folder, and if you just go to if you want to find Seeder, you can get a Seeder here. So inside the database folder we will have a Seeder here, factories, migration, schema, but all the Seeder will get from inside this folder. Okay, so just open this. Here you can see the database Seeder, which actually by default we will get when you install new fresh Laravel application. Okay, you can create your own Seeder. So this is the default Seeder. When you want to use the database Seeder option, by default this Seeder will execute, and here you can see the run methods. So inside the run methods, whatever you write, it's automatically write. It will automatically execute when the basic Seeder will execute. Now I want to create our own Seeder first. Okay, so let's see what happened. So now just go into the CMD, and here I want to create our own Seeder. So Seeder is, suppose if you want to see the PHP artisan list, here we will get all the available comments. Okay, so here if you check inside here, we will get inside the database operations section. So just scroll up, and here we will get db seed the database with records. Okay, and we will create seed. That means we'll get that option in the make section. So inside the make we'll get this Seeder option. Okay, so create a new Seeder class. So let's create a new Seeder for us. Okay, so we have a table, that is the students table. We will generate a Seeder for students table, and by that Seeder we will insert some data here. Okay, so now just go into the terminal, just go to the command prompt, and let's create our own Seeder. PHP artisan db make Seeder. Okay, and the Seeder name is student table Seeder. Okay, so just enter this. It will create a Seeder inside this database Seeder folder. Okay, now just go here and you will get that Seeder. Okay, so here the class name is Seeder, and also you will get the run method, and in this run method we can do what we want. Here we can use a simple allocate query to insert some data, or simply use db query. We know how to use both things. I don't have model right now for student, so I just created the migration and created this Seeder. So I have no migration, so I don't want to use the allocate query. I will discuss about this allocate query in upcoming video in deep. Okay, now I just want to use basic database, so simply we will use the db. Okay, so using db we will insert some data. So db, and here just provide the table name. So my table name is students. So just put it down here, and I want to insert some data. So simply write insert, and here just want to add some array so that we can add data for every column. So first we have a name, and name just like write Sunny, okay, and then email, we can write here sunny@email.com, just a demo data, right? And then we have address, so only 3 columns I need to add, address, okay, and just write here some random address. Great. Now our seeder is ready. Now how we can seed the database, how we can insert this data into the database. So simply just go here and here write php artisan db seed, and what actually I want to seed the student table seeder. So simply write class, the class name student table seeder, okay. So just enter this, it will insert some data. So seeding database. Now if you just go here and let's see, we'll find a data inserted into my database, okay. So here you can enter some data using the student table seeder. Now we can do the same things from the database seeder. Suppose I want to add a multiple data in a different table. So we have different seeder, just like student table seeder. We can have a blogs, we can have a teacher, we can have a library, whatever, okay. So I want to add all the seeder, I want to run all the seeder at a time. So how can I do this? So simply just go to the parent seeder. So this is the default seeder. I just comment out that things, I will discuss about that is what is actually. So here we can call other seeder, so other child seeder, we can say, or other seeder from here. So simply write this and use the method call. I want to call each and every class from here. So I will just use the array. So here inside the array, just write in this way student table seeder and class. So if you want a multiple class, then just add in this way, okay. But I have only one, that's the reason I can add this one, okay. So this is actually array, so whatever you want you can do by using that things. Now let's change data. So here write Rocky or Rock, no problem, and here write rock@email.com, and here write rock address. So simply write rock. Now just go here and I want to call the default seeder. So that time we don't need to mention the class name. So here we mentioned the class name, so I don't need to write to execute a default seeder. So simply enter this php artisan db seed, actually the database seeder, student table seeder running, and database seeder, student table seeder, okay. Now just go and refresh this, so we'll get another data rock@email.com. actually we run the student table seeder from the database seeder, you can understand. Another way, if you want to add directly, you can do these things. Means if you want to run here this option from here, you can use. So we are using db, so you can write here db, use db, so that we will get no error. Now here write John, and here write john@email.com and John address. Now again run this, that time student table seeder will not execute, only seeding the database. So if you just go here, you will get another record. So now you can understand how seeder works, and how we can insert data with the seeder, and how to create a different seeder class, and we can call that from the base class. So hope you will like this video, and still if you have any queries about this video, please comment in a below comment section. Next day we will going to discuss about the faker class.